inspired me and so many others along the way. Each of them has a personal narrative that reinforced that I am not alone in my very real and often challenging experience with the duality of substance and appearance. By sharing their experiences in the White House, prosecuting the highest profile murder case in American history, presiding on the bench, or building $1 million empire, these women assist me in exploring how we can navigate our professional trajectories while also respecting the importance of our aesthetic. While there are significant challenges along the way that can lead to career stagnation, pettiness from other women, or even sexual harassment, we have incredible choice around how we utilize our appearance coupled with our substance. When we really understand that choice, we will ultimately achieve whatever successes we set ourselves to achieve. To the pretty powerful, Eboni K. Williams, Esquire. Introduction. Pretty isn't a dirty word. My friends have started having babies faster than I can count. I was speaking with one of my girlfriends from college, and she told me a story about her 3-year-old daughter. She and her daughter were waiting in line at the grocery store when a woman behind them leaned down to my friend's daughter and said, "Oh my God, you're so pretty." My friend snapped back, "Please don't tell her that. She is also very smart. We don't want her growing up being concerned with the wrong thing." Now, I can completely understand my friend's preoccupation with making sure her daughter fully appreciates the importance of being an intelligent, bright, and hardworking young woman. But to label pretty, i.e. embracing and acknowledging the realistic value assigned to it by the world, as the wrong thing to be concerned with, stigmatizes appearance in a way that discounts a very powerful tool in an otherwise fully stocked arsenal, the kind of tool that can take you from good to great, from better to best, and from doing well to winning. I still remember so clearly the mix of confidence and anticipation I felt on that 16th of July just over a year ago. I'd finally secured what would turn out to be the meeting with Fox News executives, which ultimately led to being hired as an on-air legal and political analyst, a coveted position for which I'd been on a long, winding path pursuit. I was coming out of a correspondent contract with CBS News, and while I learned a tremendous amount during my stint there, for which I'm very grateful, I was anxious to get on air in time for the 2016 presidential election, which was quickly approaching. Not only was I ready to be back on air, but I specifically wanted the airtime with the Fox News team. I knew my analysis and dialogue brought a newness that would be a great fit with the existing team. And more importantly, I'd started to grow a real connection to the Fox News viewership. The stakes felt incredibly high. On-air contributorships are hard to come by. Theoretically, I could have pursued other news outlets, but there was something very compelling about being able to deliver a particularly unique perspective on a network that provides 24/7 news coverage to an unparalleled number of viewers each day. I'd met with Fox News executives twice over the past 3 years, so I had some idea what I'd be asked and how the conversation would flow, but I didn't want to leave anything to chance. I went into complete preparation mode. I knew I had to be clear and concise with what I wanted to convey. To say these executives were busy with no time to waste would be an under-exaggeration. I would be lucky if the meeting lasted longer than 15 or 20 minutes. I knew I had to maximize each moment I had their attention in that room and do my best to make an impact. My mission was to persuade these hiring executives that I would be a value add to this company. It was a tall order because Fox News is the reigning cable news network by many miles. So why did they need me? That was the question I was responsible for answering in that meeting, and if I didn't answer it to their satisfaction, my dreams of covering this election on Fox News would be over. I needed to convey that I was knowledgeable, credible, and professional. But they had 1 million people on staff who already fit that description. I needed to offer something different, a fresh, unique, relatable presence that pushed the boundaries of what the network's viewers expected. I consciously thought through each element and came up with specific ways to get the point across for each one. In addition to what I planned to verbalize to these executives, I knew that my mere presence and presentation would send a message long before I uttered a word. I knew I'd be assessed by what I looked like when I walked into that room. In addition to all my preparation for the conversation, I also thought seriously about what I would wear, how I would style my hair, and what my makeup would look like. Now, before you write those